We're really glad to have you. When I say we, I mean me and my cousins, my sister, all 8 of Orbe's grandkids. That's me and my sister Jacqueline, Lindsay, Lauren, Landis, Allie, AJ, and Ashley. These are just some thoughts, some memories, and some ways we're celebrating Papa. First, we want to thank the caregivers and the nurses and the folks at the Ivy for taking good care of Papa the last couple of months. You guys doing that allowed us to come over and just be grandkids. And that was great to not have to worry about all the other stuff, but just come and love Papa and be loved by Papa. And we loved Papa very much, so thank you so much for that. And thanks again to everybody for coming and remembering and celebrating with us. I know the sign says Orbe and your program says Orbe, but Landis reminded me the other day of a story. When we were little, we kind of had a phase where we thought it was funny and fun to call Papa and Mimi Orbe and Jackie, and we had heard Mimi say Orbe, Orbe, so we started doing it too, Orbe. And Landis told me the other day that Papa took her down to the basement, which is where he hung out, and we knew if Papa took you downstairs, it was usually something pretty bad he wanted to tell you, and he took her down and he said, Landis, I don't want you to call me Orbe anymore. I'm your Papa. I'm not Orbe, I'm just Papa. And that was the end of that. That died pretty quick. So bear with us as we kind of set Orbe aside for a few minutes and just remember Papa. Because that's very much what he was to us. He was just Papa. He was what you'd hope for in a grandpa. He was fun and goofy, always ready to play outside. He could do silly voices or silly faces. He'd sing and dance. But he also was stern, and he wanted us to learn important values early on and grow up to be men and women of character, which was no easy feat, I promise. But he did okay. And all of that made him a good grandpa. But that's not what made Papa special to us. What made him so special was who he was. He was so unique, so unwavering in who he was, and he's the only person I could imagine that could have so many beautiful things. He had a beautiful wife, 3 beautiful kids, 8 beautiful grandkids, drove beautiful cars to his beautiful house on a beautiful golf course, and then ate $1.50 hot dogs covered in microwave chili for lunch. But that's who he was. That was Papa. He did things his way. And he was quick to tell you that he did things his way. I remember when we first diagnosed Papa with dementia, we decided to be best for him not to drive anymore, so we all kind of took turns driving for Papa, and I was one of those designated drivers. And one summer, I'd go out to the office and I was doing some odd jobs out there for Johnny and Rodney, and Papa would still go to work with Johnny and Rodney every day. Well, one week, Johnny and Rodney decided to leave town. And Mimi said, well, we still want Papa to go to the office. And I said, that's great, I'll take him. I was kind of working a few doors down, just fixing carpet and windows and just doing some odd jobs. So I took Papa with me and I set him up in his office and I said, all right, answer the phone if it rings. I'll be down there working. We'll be fine. And then I go down and I'm plastering a window and I see out the window the van that I drive Papa to work in drives by. And you guys caught on quicker than I did because I thought maybe it was a coincidence. There's 2 vans. But I peeked out the window and the van was gone. And I still thought, well, someone stole the van. I left the keys on the dashboard. Papa's gonna be so mad someone stole the van, so I run down there and I pull the door open, and I was right, someone had stolen the van, but it was Papa. Papa hadn't driven in almost a year at that point, and decided he was ready for a cruise. And at first I was worried. I was real nervous. Papa can't drive, but quickly, that changed to anger. I was ticked. Well, how could he do this to me? I was so mad, so I took the other car and I go chase him. And I drive around, I'm going 90 miles per hour out there around the airport, and 10 minutes I drive around, don't find him, and I finally get back to the office, and as I'm pulling in, Papa's getting out of the car with a cigar in his mouth. He's walking inside the office. And I walk in and I say, Papa, what the heck were you I don't think I said it that clean. I said, what were you thinking? And he said, well, I don't know, I just had to go somewhere. So nonchalant. And I was so mad. It was like when we were little and Papa would get mad at me and Tripp, what are you thinking? But it was weird because it was flipped. And I said, you got 15 minutes to pack up your stuff. So we're driving home that day and it's quiet in the car. Neither of us are talking. I can tell he's a little embarrassed because he's looking down and away. And he keeps almost saying something, trying to say something, and I assume he's going to apologize, so I get ready for that. He'll say, I'm sorry, Tripp. I'll say, I'm sorry, Papa. And we'll be fine. And he doesn't really say anything. We drive a little further. He starts talking nothing. Eventually, we get halfway home, and he looks over and he says, I just want you to know. I'm like, okay, here it comes. I just want you to know I'm sorry. He says, I just want you to know I'm still the boss around here. And it's true. He was the boss. He always was the boss. And that's a great memory I have of Papa. It's one of so many great memories I have personally. And it's one of thousands and thousands of great memories that collectively all of his grandkids have. I know this because I asked him the other day, what's important for you? What should I share? What do you want everyone to hear as we celebrate Papa one last time? And they said, all these memories, so many different ones, all of them so unique. And I know it's not special to us because I've been at Mimi's all week and we've had so many visitors and it's been great and fun and people have brought food and we've eaten it. And, but people have visited and sat and told us all these great stories, even back in the room this morning. So many great stories of Papa. And we remember Papa by sharing those memories of him and by stealing from those memories little pieces to go out and make memories of our own. If we love like Papa loved, uniquely loving 3 kids and 8 grandkids that were all so different, but all so uniquely loved. If we laugh like Papa laughed and dance and sing like Papa danced and sang, often but not well. And if we cuss and we cry and we eat cheap hot dogs like Papa did, then we get to keep those pieces of Papa right here with us. So let's share those memories today. Let's talk about Papa and about how special he was. And let's remember what made him so special. It was the way that he loved us. And let's love each other that way and love each other the way that he taught us. And let's do it today and let's do it tomorrow. And let's raise up families that love like Papa loved. And if we do that, we keep Papa right here with us. And he'll look down and he'll smile and he'll say those things that he always loved to say and we always love to hear. I'm so proud to be your Papa. So thank you, Papa. We love you. And we're so proud that you are our Papa too. Thank you.